Well, I knew there was a reason I moved to Florida, and I'm bringing you along with me because today's auction is pretty incredible. I am at a Highline sale. What's a Highline sale? Has to be over $100,000. What kind of cars can you buy at a dealer auction for over $100,000? Today we're going to find out. I sold my Land Rover here last week. We have a little bit of cash. We also have a Ferrari and a Corvette E-Ray, and I don't know if we need anything like this. So what I was just told is today is the Highline Classic Car and Corvette sale. Very curious to see what we're going to find because there is just everything imagined. Oh my goodness. If I was a child or even an adult, 20-year-old man, and you said, hey, where do you want to be today? I found my place. You guys are going to come along with me and explore everything that this auction has to offer. My name is Greg from Flying Wheels. I love today because I don't know if I'm going to leave with anything. Maybe I won't, maybe I will. Maybe there's something amazing, maybe there isn't. You're going to join me in all this. Let's get going. I usually start these videos off so peppy, so lively, and I'm more in awe than anything today because there is just so many cars that I've never seen in person in real life before, and I'm going to find out what they're selling for today. We sold my Range Rover for $60,000 a few days ago, so we have a little bit of cash today. Highlines, Classics, Corvettes. I drove my E-Ray here today. There is a Corvette, like, car show over there. Got to show off my E-Ray and meet a bunch of older fellas, network with some older gents, which was lovely. And now they're all going to join us here for today's festivities. It's actually a, like, not a public auction, it's a dealer auction, but a few of the dealers from the Corvette Club offer to bring some of the members in and buy on their behalf if anyone's interested, which is kind of neat. So it's like wholesale to the public day on high-end cars, which is really, really neat. I'm going to start off by saying these EV Hummers, not selling. They cannot get rid of these things. The lease deals on them are tremendous. I have my Cybertruck. I actually had a number on one of these. I left a deposit at 2 dealerships on one of these back in 2020 when I found out they were coming out with them. Withdrew my deposit. Didn't want it. Prices are plummeting. I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger on it. I love that you can remove all the roof panels in this thing. Honestly, for 80, I'd buy it. For 70, I'd definitely buy it. This is like not leather, it's like a perforated like boat interior. It's so beautiful, and a family, like I could use it as a family car. Everything's easy to clean. They come with the optional 1,000 horsepower and they crab walk, meaning all the wheels turn and the car moves near sideways. Now, what I like about Aston Martin is how affordable they are compared to a Ferrari. Not the newest ones, because they're $250,000 brand new. This is a 2022 Vanquish. What is this? We have an F8 Tributo right here. Yes, I love Ferraris. Yes, I love Lamborghinis. But the thing I love most are Sprinter vans. Let's open the Sprinter van up. Oh, why would I even think that it's a manual door? Let's open this up. Oh, it's a camper. It's a luxury camper. Wow, I was not expecting it to look like this on the inside. I assume that folds into a bed. Oh, jeez. This is what it's like living like this. And that probably folds into a bed as well. What does this cost? What does it cost to live like this? I don't know my supercars like everyone else watching this video may, but just what's cool about Aston Martin is it's not Ferrari, it's not Lamborghini, so it comes with like a different level of class and enthusiast. And as they get older, you're talking 10 years old, you can get a 2014 for $60,000, $70,000. So you're talking a $250,000 car 10 years later, $60,000, like 1/3 the price. Get one that's 2008, 2009, you can get it for $30,000, $40,000. Now they come with problems and they come with service requirements, hefty service requirements, but you can't buy a 2008 Ferrari for $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000. So you're getting like supercar level. Think about what this car is going to look like in 10 more years. It's still going to be amazing. And you can get them at Corvette prices, which is really, really neat. The AMG GTR, this is actually a factory color. I always thought this was a wrap. It's not that, it's a factory color. Wow. I thought this car was dirty. That's not dirty. It looks dirty from afar. Doesn't it? Doesn't that car look filthy? It's not. It's not filthy. GT3 RS. Porsche, 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 Targa, which is really cool to see that they're making the Targas again. Targa meaning that roof is removable. And a lot of the newer Porsches, this lifts, that lowers, and or lifts again, and the Targa slides in the back. So it's pretty cool to see it functioning. I wish I could get it to function for you guys. Urus. Now, I talked about how much I like the Aston Martins because of affordability. This is actually probably the best supercar you could buy, 2021 Lotus Evora GT. Fun fact about this is it's a 3.5 liter, I think, twin turbo Toyota. So this is the same engine that's was in my wife's Toyota Sienna, just tuned, built different, added turbo. So the Alpina, like BMW has their M package, which is like the BMW factory sport package. The Alpina would be your luxury car. So this is like what Mercedes has as their Brabus and their Maybach, however you say it. This would be their luxurious or most luxurious version or variation of the BMW. That's the Alpina B7. It's unbelievable. Just look at getting into this back seat. First of all, the door is gigantic. The legroom is astronomical. You have so much space, and just look at this. This comes up. I'm sure it's probably automatic, and I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to ruin someone else's car. Flat screens, your own sunroof. Look at the cross-stitched leather and just the legroom. Generally, the legroom. Wow. Are these ashtrays? Does it have ashtrays? Oh my goodness, and they still make ashtrays. Talk about luxury. Want to see what the bathroom looks like in a luxury camper van? Now, unfortunately, I sold my Range Rover here last week. I'm thinking I maybe shouldn't have sold it here last week and maybe should have held out a week so I could sell it at the Highline sale when people with extra money come out to buy. So we'll probably see what Range Rovers sell for, like my equivalent Range Rover would sell for here today, because it might have been better to bring it here instead of selling it last week at a regular auction, although it did sell. Whatever, it's gone. Money's in my pocket. Hey, GT63S 4-door. What a family car. V8 bi-turbo. Can't fit all 5 of us. Won't work. The Lamborghini Storado, I made a YouTube reel on this, or YouTube short about this car. Pretty neat. Supposed to be, I'm putting in quotation marks, their off-road car. You can see that it has more aggressive tires, fender flares, it has a lift. You can lift and lower the vehicle. What's funny, I thought this door, this door actually has handles. Some of these have a strap, so you pull the strap to open the door. And Bridgestones, to me, I don't get it. I don't know what they're going for with this. A lot of car companies are making their off-road variation of supercar. Seems weird to me. What are your thoughts on that? And incredibly fast. This is just a bare bones like race car. They built them for tracks. They're super nimble. They're very small, short wheelbase, incredibly fast, and easy to work with. We're talking Toyota reliability in a supercar, which is near unheard of. GTR. Fun fact about the BMW Alpina B7. So they make an M7, right? They make the 7 Series. The Alpina would be like, the M is like their sport variation. The Alpina, I'm gonna say a lot of wrong details here, but the Alpina is like their luxury version. So it's not just a 7 Series. This would be like the Brabus for Mercedes. So this is promising. We have a Cybertruck here. I want to sell my Cybertruck. If anybody's interested in a Cybertruck, I have a Cybertruck for sale. You can't even buy the Foundation Series anymore. I have a Foundation Series. This is a 2024 Cybertruck. Same as mine, looks identical if somebody wants it. I'm curious to see what it will sell for at the auction today. Porsche Taycan Turbo S EV. It's like your RS7 Audi, except this is an electric vehicle in your hatchback. Love these. Would buy one in a heartbeat, but every time I buy an electric vehicle, I lose not just thousands, multiple thousands of dollars. So I'm gonna hold off on EVs for a while. Bentley Continental GT, so much bang for your buck. Volkswagen W12 engine, all-wheel drive platform, 6-cylinder W12 twin turbo. So much bang for your buck now because they're less expensive than Camrys until you have to repair them. Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, Rolls-Royce. We have a new Acura NSX. One of my favorite vehicles ever made is the Audi R8, but more importantly, I spy with my own eyes a 360 Spider. This is a 2004 Ferrari 360 Spider, 11,000 miles. I have this identical car in yellow. Just did timing belt water pump service on it this week. Going to pick it up right after this video. I have the same car, just with 30,000 extra miles. I wonder what this is going to sell for today. Oh, I love that color. This is really fascinating, a 2021 911 Tech Art. Look at the body kit on this car. Never seen one. Don't know if it's factory or aftermarket. I don't know what a Tech Art is. I can't comment on it. I just can tell you it looks pretty amazing in person. It's the interior of it. stock on the inside. Now to go off the cuff a little bit, we have a 54 Chevy pickup. Farm delivery truck, a 3100. This thing is pretty funny. Ooh, and a manual transmission. Were they all manual transmissions? It smells like fuel. Like it smells like it's pouring fuel from somewhere. I know somebody's going to appreciate this. So we have a 1960 Land Rover going through today as well. For all the people that can't afford a Lamborghini Urus, this is your next step. Audi RS Q8 and the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. This is the same engine, 4-liter twin turbo V8. Not quite the same brake package. They're not quite as big, although they are gigantic. Love it in matte black. Love it with the tint. Would have liked to see more flavor on the inside. Give me some different color variations on the inside. I don't need everything to be black. This is a fun car. When you can't afford the Lamborghini, this might be the family car for me. You know what? I sold my Range Rover. Let's check this thing out. I want to sell the Cybertruck. I sold the Range Rover. I need a family car for myself. Doesn't quite have that pop, that flair that I was hoping to hear from the Lamborghini. Sounds pretty good, but not amazing. Honestly, it's beautiful, but I think it's something that would get just boring pretty quickly. There's not enough pop to it. It's just an Audi. Still just an Audi from here. I'm sure it outperforms every other Audi for the most part. SUVs at least. Cool. Not crazy cool. This McLaren threw me for a loop. Now, I want to tell you something. I am a $3,500 car guy. I grew up finding deals for $3,500. Those are the things that make me happy. When I can buy a car that makes me smile for $3,500, not $350,000, I'm a happy guy. It's cheap, easy to please. However, I've always had a dream of owning dream cars. So when I see something like this, it makes me really, really happy because I never thought I'd live in a world where I get to see these things for my job. This McLaren, I thought these were taillights. They're not. These are screens. Where are the taillights? Are these the taillights? I don't know enough about cars like this to even give you answers. My content must be awful. You get to see these things like I see them. I don't know anything about them. I just know that I'm really happy to see them. Z06s are becoming affordable. You can buy them under MSRP from the dealer now, and you can buy them used, still around $100,000. Not often do you get the opportunity to see a 1982 300 GD diesel Mercedes. I'm sure this thing rides terribly. Smells like 1982, and it's a manual 4-speed transmission. Probably has 80 horsepower, but these things are pretty desirable and pretty neat to see, because you just don't ever see them. I've said multiple times I sold my Range Rover here last week. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Look at this, a 2019 Range Rover, 40,000 miles. It'll be less than the one I sold. I wouldn't mind buying another one if the price was right. So this is pretty comparable to mine. Then I get in it. It's an SV, Special Vehicle. What does SV stand for? Special Vehicle Operations, SVO. Look at how nice this Range Rover is. Let's start it up. Autobiography edition, but look at the back seat. I bet those legs fold out. I bet they fold out. It just blows my mind that people live like this. Like they're gonna spend, oh my goodness, this is massaging. People buy things like this new. They're like, yeah, I want them. Yeah, I want the one that really massages you. Yeah, get the ones with the fold out like reclining seats for my children or for when my driver drives me. It's so weird to think that people live like this. Crazy. Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. This is one above the RS Q8, one below the Urus. Look at the size of those calipers and rotors. Oh my goodness. Now this car has some flair. Unlike that RS Q8, wow. You have your Alcantara / leather combination. Your dash goes all the way across right here. Auto drive modes, yeah, so this is like, now you're getting to that level of near Lamborghini. You're not quite there yet, but wow, this is nice. It even sounds a lot better. Pops. A real GT350 or a fake GT350? I don't know how to tell the difference. Oh, 5-liter swap. I'm gonna go with a fake GT350, but still really cool to see this as drivable. It's a driver, not perfect. And then for all those guys that are 60-ish years old, here you go. 78 Z28, made famous in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Pop quiz. Who's the guy that trashed the Z28 in Fast Times at Ridgemont High? And who was his passenger that his dad has a killer set of tools because he's a TV repairman? Am I aging myself too much here? What movie? Wait, I already said the movie. Who were the two people in the car? Ugh, get rid of that thing. I've already owned two. Mercedes SL 500, I will never buy them again. Or will I? I don't know. 2020 Porsche Taycan, 56,000 miles. That's a lot of miles for an electric vehicle. This is a turbo, at least those are turbo wheels. Turbo, 600. My wife gets mad at me because I'll like stop when we're talking. I'll stop in the middle of talking when a car drives by me and I'll look, or like if we're at dinner outside and we just stop our conversation and I just look because I want to see a car drive by, or I can hear it coming, or I hear it start. Can't help it. That's how you know you're a car person. Porsche Taycan Turbo. This is 600 horsepower an electric vehicle, all-wheel drive. Now here's why I like this so much. 4 doors, 4 seats. Some of them have 5 seats. Unbelievably fast, like supercar fast. Now you can buy a Tesla Model S Plaid. It puts all your guts back to your spine in the seat when you hit it. Doesn't handle well. Not really that great of a car. You get something like this. This is a supercar. It handles on the track. It has a lap timer. It is 600 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive. Tesla's a computer. This is the car. This is really, really cool. And just give a little shout out, so we're not all supercars. 69 convertible Corvette. What is that? What is that? Oh, that's the Ferrari from earlier. It looks like Hans' car from Tokyo Drift. Masonry Stallone. How do I learn more about these cars? I guess just keep doing what I'm doing and then I can learn more about them so I have more things to talk about. Maybe read up on it more. 812, this is a super fast, right? I think it's an 812 super fast, I think. Well, the auction's about to start. Let's see what this stuff sells for. The auction has officially begun. What I'm really looking forward to is Z06s are fetching a premium, like so much money for the C5 Corvette Z06. There's also a Ferrari California going through, which are pretty affordable and cheap right now. 11,000 miles. What is an 11,000 mile Z06 worth at a dealer auction? I've never before experienced anything like this before in my life. There's a Ferrari up there, there's a Ferrari right here, there's a Ferrari right here, there's a Ferrari right there, there's a Ferrari right there, there's a Ferrari right there. There's a Porsche, an Aston Martin, Mercedes, Alpina B7, another Ferrari. I've never seen so many amazing cars in one place in my entire life. For the low, low price of $167,000, I could be a owner of a Ferrari 488 GTB. Oh my god, where in the world am I? Oh my god. Ferrari California, 21,000 miles, $71,000. Has structural damage. $70,000 for a Ferrari right now. And that's a 2+2, meaning front engine, 2-seater with 2 in the back. Unbelievable. No exaggeration. So there's an 03 Z06, 11,000 actual miles. Now, 10 years ago. Yeah, probably 10 years ago. I bet my son was 4, maybe 5, maybe 8 years ago. Z06, my father bought a yellow one with 25,000 miles for $17,000. Now here's an 03 Z06 with 11,000 miles, 20, 21, 22, which is actually a fair price. Pre-COVID, I was picking these things up for $15,000, $16,000. People caught on to it and found the value on Z06 is what you're getting, the bang for your buck on a Z06, 400 horsepower, 25 grand. Remember that 4-door AMG? 50 grand. This, 75 grand for a California right now. Oh my word. I was wrong. That California is now at $60,000. I sold a Range Rover last week for $60,500. Now there's a 2011 Ferrari California with 45,000 miles for $61,000. I could buy a Ferrari for the price of that Range Rover. I am so tempted. No sale. Didn't sell. They want more. I had showed you the Storado a minute ago. This is going through in just a second, so we'll see what a Storado is worth. I had told you how affordable Aston Martins are. That's an 09 Aston Martin Vantage with 6,000 miles for $35,000. Starting bid on the Storado is 300 grand, but no bids. We have real money at $310,000, real bidders on that Storado. I wonder if it's the same one from back in April when I was here, or if that's a completely different Storado. 315 right now. What's very realistic is this 04 GT3, 380 horsepower, 6-cylinder rear-wheel drive, 6-speed manual, 48,000 miles. No roll bar in the original GT3s. Storado high bid was $315,000, no sale. They wanted more than that for it. Now there's a GT3 going through, which is still absurdly expensive. I thought an 04 GT3 would still be 50 grand. The values are showing $80,000 to $90,000 still on these. By the way, I keep going back to Aston Martin. That Aston Martin's at $34,000 right now. For a DB9, $34,000. $90,000 on an 04 GT3, rear-wheel drive, 380 horse. That's a 996. That's a 20-year-old car still getting 90 grand. Oh, wow. When I lived in New Hampshire, I might have seen one Rolls Royce in my entire life. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in front of me. 6 Rolls Royces just in front of me, and they actually keep going, so there's even more than 6. Wow, so these are ghosts, right? These are Rolls Royce ghosts. This is a Rolls Royce convertible. The door opens here. There should be an umbrella on the driver's side right there. This is what the inside of a Rolls Royce looks like. And you shut it backwards. What's cool about this, you'll notice the center caps say RR, and they're all balanced facing down. No matter how the wheel rotates, the RR is down. It's because they're weighted at the bottom of the center caps. So as the car rolls, the weight stays the same on the center cap. Watch when they roll forward. I missed the Testarossa. If you look at Lamborghini Countach's, they're $500,000 cars. I think they produced more Testarossas than they did Countach's, which is why they're worth $500,000 and the Testarossas worth like 100,000. But if you find a clean Testarossa, I feel like this is the car that's going to appreciate like the Countach did. We need a Wolf of Wall Street style video movie where these cars debut. Look at this gated 6-speed right here. Honestly, for 100 grand or less, I would buy one of these and keep in my collection. This is a car, like it is the Ferrari of the 80s. So to have one of these gated 6-speed, gated like this is the video games I grew up with. This is the mechanical 6-speed transmission. The gauges are all in there. The gauges are, this is such an amazing car. I wonder what the, oh my goodness, it even has the Ferrari Italian horn that you would expect it to have. The books are here as well. I walked away for a little bit. I needed to get out of the auction stretch, and I think I missed this Testarossa B12. Like, this is the Ferrari. Aside from the F40, this would have been the F40 before the F40. And the F40 is worth $1 million. What did these sell for? I'm gonna go find out. I would have liked to see this run through, or just generally listen to it. Where is McLaren putting their taillights? Is that's the taillights. Carbon fiber, carbon fiber. There's the exhaust right there. Carbon fiber rear, mid-engine. And then, do I dare? I don't even want to open it, forget it. I'm not even gonna open it. This is a full-on, this is a track. You drive this on the street? Do people drive this on the street? What on earth? This is the window. Right here, that's the window that goes down. Does that spoiler go up and down? Probably. What on earth? Then we have a 69 Camaro and a CJ back there. The more I look at the car, the cooler it gets. Look at the vents here. The entire car is ventilated. And then just going to this exhaust right here, and this hood scoop is incredible. And then going to your windows, that's right here. If you look on the inside, it is not meant for a little person. Those seats fit medium to small people only. Mirror here, and then look at, you get your scoops that vent to the radiators here. You have under your headlights carbon fiber indicators, carbon fiber front splitter, all the way through. This entire car is meant to draft and catch air and cool everything. Never seen anything like this on the street. Is that a window right here? That is a window. That's a window right there as well. Hi there. Wow. A lot of these cars just make me speechless, and that's why I love my job. That's why I love vehicles. Like, that is a piece of art. We have a Rolls-Royce Dawn here for $139,000. The car, like, who has $139,000? Number one. It's not realistic. It's not realistic money. I like $3,500 cars, but it's really cool to see $155,000. I take it back. It's still climbing. Really cool to see what people with money can buy. $125,000 right now. 2016, 8,000 miles. Here's the problem. I have an appointment in 8 minutes, 9 minutes. The Cross Turismo and the Cybertruck are going through. I need to be on a Zoom in 9 minutes. Are these two cars gonna make it through in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars? Ooh, that's a minute a car, I don't think so. And I wanna see what the Cross Turismo and the Cybertruck sell for. Love this is the most perfect family car. So much space, it's cool, it's fast, it's nimble. This is it, this is the car I want. Does it have a middle seat? No. Who makes a station wagon without a middle seat? Why doesn't this have Taycan Turbo S Cross Turismo? Why doesn't this have a third row facing backwards? Look at the saddle, brown interior. What? It's the most perfect family fun car. Turbo S, Taycan Cross Turismo. And then I just want to know what a Cybertruck with 2,600 miles goes for. Mine's near 5,000 miles. What is my Cybertruck worth? Here's why I get myself into trouble. 2010 Bentley Flying Spur. Yeah, it needs a front bumper. And headlights and front grille and front fender. 14 grand for a Bentley. It's so hard to say no to. I can say no to it, but if I was in a different mood and wanted a project, $14,000 for a Bentley. 13.5. The Cross Turismo is going up next. It should be around $84,000 is a realistic price. That's a great way for me to buy it and still lose money in 6 months from now. Anything over $84,000 is too much. That car was $125,000 new, and it is a 2024. The reason it's so cheap, no one's buying them. No one's buying electric vehicles, let alone an electric station wagon supercar. So it's going through right now. We'll see what it sells for, if it sells. By the way, 2007 GT, Continental GT, 45,000 miles, $30,000. That's a lot of money. Baby blue Bentley. So this car had an MSRP of $220,000 this year. Has 1,400 miles on it. I was way off. It's a Turbo S. It's just not a desirable car anymore. These numbers are way down. Porsche is not selling any of them. $155,000 on a $224,000 car, and there's no bids.
Okay, 148,
145 on a car that was $224,000 this year. $150K they have a bid on it. These cars, unbelievable. I mean, it attracted my eye right away, and they're getting $75,000 less, meaning somebody drove it 1,800 miles and they lost $75,000, $70,000 roughly. Wow. 2024 Porsche Taycan all-wheel drive Turbo S Cross Turismo. 2024 Tesla Cybertruck, 2,000 miles. 2,000 miles, starting bid $101,000 with no money on it. That is MSRP on that truck, 90,000, 91,000 miles, 90, 91, oh God, $70,000, 75, 76, 78,000, 79, 80, 81, 84, 87, 88, 89, 90. All right, 90, we're at 90 now, 92, 93, so would have only lost $13,000 right now, 92.5, 93,000 on the Cybertruck. I actually am surprised. I feel better about it. They get 94, 93.5. I feel actually pretty good about that. If I can get 93 for mine, I'd be happy. Yep, on a phone call. $93,000 on the Cybertruck. If I could sell my truck for $93,000, I'd be pretty happy with it. It would be a loss. Obviously, I drove it for 6 months. Honestly, the millions of views and content that I got from it would have been worth it for me. If I wasn't a content creator, quote unquote, I can't use my fingers for quotations, then it wouldn't be worth it. Obviously, it'd be a huge loss. But that Cybertruck, that was a pretty, maybe I'll run mine here next time. I feel all right about that. So the auction is over. Anything that didn't sell today runs through tomorrow at their second Highline sale. I have to say, number one, I am so happy I moved to Florida, because not a single one of these cars would go through the auction in New Hampshire, which is where I'm from. Not a single one of these cars would sell in New Hampshire, which is where I'm from. I moved here to enjoy my job. I moved here to be able to see things that I like, to buy things that I like. I don't know enough about these cars because I'm not the demographic that would buy or sell these cars, but being here helped me learn. I guess I get an idea of what they're selling for, what they're worth, and then I can network myself like I did in the Corvette Club this morning and meet the appropriate people that are gonna buy these things. I wasn't able to join the Ferrari Club because I didn't own a Ferrari. Guess what? I bought a Ferrari. So then I could join the Ferrari Club, meet the appropriate people, pick their brains, see what they do that got them to where they are in life, and then also meet the people that want to buy and buy Ferraris, sell their Ferraris, Aston Martins, Bentleys, whatever. This is the world I want to live in. I don't want it to always be $3,500 cars. I want the opportunity to be able to buy and sell these things. You are looking at the very beginning stages of Flying Wheels Volume 2. Fun things, F8, F8, just nice cars that are probably gonna get me into trouble one day. I don't know, we'll see, but it's fun. Today was a fun day. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me, what was your favorite car? Were they worth it? Were they expensive? Why do I keep doing this? A lot of you watched my flipping $400 to a Ferrari series, and you watched the progression of buying a $400 car until I then one day owned a Ferrari. Granted, it was a budget Ferrari, but it all starts somewhere, and that's an indicator, that's a sign of how things work. It starts somewhere and it progresses until I got that Ferrari. Now you're watching me in Florida, not knowing enough about any of these cars, but I'm here doing my research, I'm here learning, I'm here seeing what they actually sell for, I'm making the connections and meeting the appropriate people that would buy and sell these cars, so I can then one day do the same thing, the thing that I aspire to be. I always wanted Flying Wheels to sell those. I didn't want Flying Wheels to always be selling Ford Tauruses and Ford F-150s. So I'm learning, I'm doing my market research, creating content, engaging with you guys. Today I got to live my dream job again because you watch my videos. So if I had two hands together, I would bow and say thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. I love when you guys watch my content because I'm experiencing it with you. I like sharing my experiences with you. I feel like I'm not alone. I enjoy every single one of your comments, unless they're negative. Those hurt my feelings quite a bit. But thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, thanks for being part of all of this with me. The growth, the journey, as you watch me grow in this journey, I hope you are too. I'll see you all in the next video. See you later. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Adios.